Right then, Tower Block Archive, and today we've got the Aintree estate, which is Hartopp Point and Lannoy Point. These buildings have a large panel system architecture, and this particular design of block seems to be the most hated design in the whole of London, because every single block built to this architecture is being pulled down. And I think that's a real shame, because it's one of my favourite architectures. It looks absolutely amazing. I don't entirely know why they're being pulled down. Everyone talks about Ronan Point, but that was such a long time ago. It seems a bit odd they're being pulled down today, because it seems like the hatred towards these blocks has built up more and more until eventually I just want them all got rid of. And I bet the blocks they build in their place will be really cheap, flimsy, and very badly constructed, so I don't really quite get a point of it. I find it really depressing, so I think the buildings, the actual look of this particular design of the two big bits of flats with the lifts in the middle just looks epic, and it's a real shame to see it going. These two blocks are the exact same design as the blocks in the Morris Walk estate at Woolwich Dockyard, but the blocks in this video are actually a couple of floors taller. So let's go into the first one of these blocks, and sadly the lifts have been modernised. Sadly not expressed like the other block. Doesn't even look that bad in this. Considering it's about to get pulled down. Putting residents first. Clearing out residents first.
Do you have a problem with the flat? aka being knocked down.
Very ahead of itself.
12.
Actually, that was reasonably quick. This whole screen's
doors opening.
There's no residents here. Every single resident's been moved out. The two blocks are completely empty, which makes it very creepy to go around, especially since all the power's still on. All the top floors, no, they're all void.
Every flat here and everything.
So go up to the top floor, and on this design of block, the lifts do not serve the top floor.
The demolition works, the contract is to start today.
Oh, is it sorry?
Copy the contract has gone missing.
And now we got up to the motor room. And you've got generic motors and Thames Valley logic. Not that interesting. Seems odd that lifts were replaced not that long ago and it's now being pulled down. Oh, modern. Oh no, Winter Governor's the worst of the worst. Lift going up. Ooh, look at all of that. And now get out onto the roof. This flat's off. Let's surf the lift. There's a fire behind the restaurant. Oh yes. If no one's here, they know we're here. No, we're the only ones here, I think. This whole building looks to ourselves, so that's pretty mad. Yeah. Look how big it is. And now it's lift pit time! Oh, you could easily wrap a harness around that. So you could easily wrap a harness onto that and go lift shaft dangles. Oh, that'd be amazing. And before we look at the other block, let's look at the areas around where these blocks are. There's got this very creepy and spooky garage area, which looks particularly grim. and along to some service areas including his tank room. That's old.
Why are they running?
Oh, the storage. With a seat and a microwave and
What's that?
yummy stuff. A clock. A vintage clock and all of that stuff, and it stinks in it. Sink. Mops. Oh, creepy. And if we go above this area, it looks very concrete. Concrete everywhere. It's a very brutalist looking look.
And we have the concrete player. I mean, the only
Concrete player, well. Look at that, is it like a little skateboard park thing? There isn't a point, that's the whole thing, it's useless. This does absolutely nothing. The most hated architecture in London. Every single block of this type is being destroyed. And now go into the other one of the two tower blocks.
So clean the building.
This building, I don't have anything against it.
Lift going up.
Lifts here are also modernised and are very boring.
Starting to smell about it.
Yes.
I'm not going to repeat that experiment.
Pissed if I lived in this top flat and I got kicked out.
Tim Sally.